The Eighth Constitutional Convention of the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations, AFL-CIO, in 1969 took place at the Hotel Traymore in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Speakers during the convention week included the former Vice President of the United States, Hubert Humphrey, the African-American civil rights activist, Bayard Rustin, and the U.S. Secretary of Labor, George Shultz. On the morning of the third day of meetings, October 6th, Golda Meir, Prime Minister of the State of Israel, addressed the plenary. As Mrs. Meir walked slowly to the podium, audience members saw a familiar figure, square-set, standing about 5 feet 5 inches tall, silver-streaked hair pulled back in his signature bun, thick brows, no makeup, and a protruding nose that was the delight of cartoonists. Golda, as she had come to be known everywhere, was dressed that morning in the same chevron-patterned jacket and skirt, collarless blouse, and large beads, in which she had been seen 3 days earlier when visiting her hometown of Milwaukee. Her no-nonsense laced shoes supported thick legs, one swollen slightly out of proportion to the other. A big black leather handbag hung from her arm. The more than 3,000 delegates and visitors who filled the convention hall represented every major labor union in the United States, and a considerable number of foreign ones. Some carried small placards, while others held up large banners, all bearing their union names: Associated Actors and Artistes of America, International Ladies Garment Workers Union, Amalgamated Meat Cutters and Butcher Workmen of North America, and many more. The audience waited expectantly while the speaker stood silently at the podium, shielding her eyes with one hand from the glare of television lights and calmly looking around the room, as though searching for someone she knew. She turned to George Meany, president of the Labor Federation, who had introduced her. "My dear friend, Mr. Meany," she began, then back to the hall. "My many good friends here on the dais, and friends in the audience. I have been looking around for the carpenter's sign. That is the one my father belonged to." The audience rose to its feet as wild cheers erupted. The applause continued for 15 minutes, recalled Amos Aaron, a senior diplomat at the Israeli embassy at the time. It wouldn't have mattered what she said after that. She may have been a head of state, but her father was a union man, and they saw her as one of them. As she had many times before, and would again, Golda Meir invoked her humble origins and strong ties to working people to capture her audience. This was not simple play acting or sheer political manipulation, although the Prime Minister was well versed in both. Her working-class roots evoked her deepest sense of self. She could identify with her listeners almost as much as they identified with her. "Don't forget that you are the daughter of a carpenter," her elder sister admonished her whenever she was elected to a new office or received an honor. "Don't forget that we knew hunger." Golda didn't forget.